and I wasn't able to skate almost at all. And I could like roll around and then like try to do a kickflip, and it's like it's not working. This. Oh, I know I can still do drugs. That's not going to be an issue. I mean, I still thought like that I like had to do it just to just to as a coping mechanism. Like this, I thought that that was the only thing that I knew that I thought that was going to help me. So like somehow it just made me keep doing it. Like all the that happened was like, oh, I have to try to like mask that or like escape from that by keep going, like with just using. And like somehow like I just thought like that was like the only thing I could do. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, that's for sure, but that's what I thought then. I thought like that's the only thing I know that I can still do. Well, the steps there was 12 steps. The thing that happened was I drove myself to the psych emergency. One of my friends' moms called me like the day after and was like, "How are you feeling? I heard you went to the psych ward. How are you?" I'm like, "Not so good." And then I met up with her and talked to her, so she knew like, okay, this is I did like somehow she had worked with like took care of like kids in substance abuse, and they had like maybe got like some kind of a sentence, and then instead of going to jail, like they get to stay at like her family house in there, like because they lived like outside of the city, as like instead of going to jail. So she knew like something was up, like, and she knew that we had been partying and doing or whatever. But then after I talked to her, she was like, "Well, have you ever thought about like going to a church or talking to like a priest or something?" I'm like, "Eh, no." And she's like, "No, I don't think so." But I mean, like here, you can go to this other place at uh, 6:30 today. There's this place you can go to. I'm like, "What place?" She's like, "Oh, it's not a church. It's just like you can just go and talk to someone there." I'm like, "Whatever. What else am I going to do? You know?" So I went there, and it was an NA meeting. I see the logo. They have like one of those the logo on the door. I'm like, what the man? She like tricked me to an NA meeting because I mean there was meetings in jail. I remember I've been to like some meetings there just to have something different to do. Like it was every Friday, or whatever. There was like they had the meetings. But and then at that point I was so broken down that I'm like, well, what the else am I gonna do? I guess I'll go and see what happens. And yeah, that was the start anyway. And then in that meeting, I saw a friend of mine who I've known for a long time also, who have also done a lot of with. I'm like, what the are you doing here? It's like, well, what the are you doing here? I'm like, well, I went to the psych ward and I don't feel so well. And he's like, well, I've been here for blah, 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 and I feel pretty good now. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll give it a shot. And so, yeah, from then on, I just started going. Yeah, I didn't even know really what I was gonna do or like where I was gonna go. I don't know. I had no other ideas of where to go. I just felt like I have to go somewhere, like get out of here. Like yeah, because I like have turned like scratched the side of my car on a pole in the parking garage, and like that's what was like, okay, well this is not working. I have to fucking go somewhere, anywhere. And I don't know where that idea came from, but I was just like, psych ward. Let's try that. They were like, here, here's a prescription of what they gave me, like drugs, pretty much. I was like, yes, but what the what I already have this, but like in all other forms, and I'm like, I have this, I have cocaine, I have heroin, diazepam is almost the same. Like, why would I need more? I think I went and I took the pills, the prescription, like I got them out of the pharmacy, and I was like, what am I going to do with these? I already have this. After the meeting, I was like, huh. Well, I never ever had a thought about like, oh, what if I just don't take anything? Like that had never crossed my mind like as an option.
Mm.
I had only thought like because I quit drinking at some point too because I fell over so many times and cracked my head. And I was like, oh, I can't drink anymore. It's just sketchy. It's dangerous because I keep falling over and like waking up with blood on my pillow and stuff. And I'm like, hmm, okay, I can't drink anymore. So I quit drinking, but kept doing everything else. And I'm now thinking like, oh yeah, that was my problem was alcohol. So I just pretty much because I could slam it on my face or whatever. I mean, it was fucking hard for sure because it just gets so dark and pointless and so yeah. I would say, I mean, after like I remember looking like how many days. I remember like 74 days because like something happened, but it's not like that's not like it's a magic number or anything. But I understand why people in recovery always talk about 90 days because like it's somewhere around 3 months like that's you may start feeling a difference. But for me, it was like something happened after like 74 days where I was like, holy fuck, not everything is pointless anymore. Like, I don't know what or why, but something happened. And I was like, started thinking like, huh, maybe there's hope. And like, maybe it's not necessary to keep going and like destroying your life because then maybe, and everything it is not pointless. And then after that, it was just like started to clear up more and more. Like and maybe like after a year, I was like, okay, this is what life really is. Like it's not just misery.